Yep.
Like we always do with this time, y'all.
Yep. If y'all get y'all selves up in here.
Yes, sir.
Y'all get y'all selves up in here.
Man, we a little lopsided on
it. It look like it too. That's the thing I'm saying too.
Just a bit.
This nigga.
Oh shit.
We in the building.
Got back noise Bobby back there.
Back noise Bobby.
Yeah, back noise Bobby back there.
Like you got on them NFL defensive end pads, man.
I do. It's one of those really down.
I'm gonna put Riddell or some shit on there.
Jay Fielder, what's up, boy?
What's going on, John?
It's cracking with you, man.
What's happening?
Oh man. Well, 8 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Truth Be Told Radio.
Keeping it a buck.
Cause you know we don't give a fuck.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling today?
Yeah, well, you know, we here today, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right, man.
All right.
Pretty laid back on a Saturday, man.
Miss Doyle,
chilling.
What's going on? That's my always said. She said we get her through her work.
That's what's up. We glad that we
get her
can
through her
get
work.
you through your work day.
That's what's up. When they had the job getting on your damn nerves. Phil, we were just talking about you, Phil.
You know what I mean?
We were just talking about you, Phil.
What's going on, Pop?
Pop, Shane, what's going on?
You know? Oh,
Okay.
man, we doing our thing today, man.
Shit, we got about let's say we got 5 of them in here.
Yeah,
6.
We chilling.
We're going to go ahead and just get into this,
Yes,
man.
sir. You know, we were sitting back today and we were thinking about a topic to discuss with y'all. And we landed on toxic relationships.
Toxic relationships.
You know?
Make sure I got this cut off.
I'm sure every last one of us has experienced a toxic relationship.
Definitely have.
Or 2.
Or 3.
Or 3.
Or 4. Don't mind me. Y'all got to fix this thing real quick.
You know what I mean?
I don't want this thing to be ringing on us.
But
there we go.
What we were looking at was some of the dynamics that go into what makes you stay in a toxic relationship when you know it's toxic.
When you know it's toxic.
You know what I mean? We all done been there, you know?
And please, if y'all feel like y'all got something y'all want to say to us, man, please tell us because we want your input. And once again, like we always do, we're going to do it again. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to us, checking us out at this time, because you could be doing anything else, but you chose to kick it with us.
Chose to be here.
So we appreciate that, man.
So,
but yeah, toxic relationships, bro.
Yeah,
like the things that make you feel like you got to be around something that you don't need to be around. You know what I'm saying? Making you feel like you got to put up with something that you really should. Probably what they say. If you heard people say, "Look, if I ain't love you like that, I would never let you got away with that." Or you know what I'm saying? You know, you say something like, "Oh, if I ain't feel this way about you, you would have been able to talk to me like that." We all have been there, man, because you know everybody had that time when they woman or they man that says something to me, you want to be like, you know what I'm saying? You want to do that to them. Everybody makes you feel like that. You know what I'm saying? And you looking like, why am I putting up with this? Why am I going through this? Why am I taking this pain and this what I feel is me feel like I'm worthless or not enough. You know what I mean?
I think, for one, the concept of being in a relationship or relating with somebody is uncharted territory. For one,
truth.
You weren't born with this person.
Right.
You came into the earth by yourself. When you die, technically you're by yourself. So your own personal experiences and getting them to fit with a counterpart is not always going to be graceful.
Like we said earlier, sometimes you see the beauty in something. Like, man, I can see that this could work. I can see that me and you can be this, or I can see that this could be that. But you can't make someone step out on something that they're not comfortable with stepping out on. You understand what I'm saying? Because see, the thing about change is there's just 2 things that come with change. 2 main things, in my opinion. It's a tank fact. Number 1 is you gotta work on change every day.
No doubt.
Every day you got to work on this because something's going to happen to make you feel like you got to stray off because it's more comfortable with being who you thought you're supposed to be. Number 1. The second thing I feel is really important to it is the fact of the matter is you got to be willing to accept like I do need to fix something about me. You see, because see, and with other people, you got to realize that if they're not ready to step out on that and they don't see it in that light, trying to change them, you end up hurting yourself.
I call it the old metaphor. You can't be a taxi cab running on two flats your damn self.
You better say it.
You know what I mean? You know,
I like that.
and part of that, a lot of times we don't understand or we don't relate well enough with ourselves
There you go.
to be able to say, you know, okay, I don't like fish and grits.
Period.
So why am I eating fish and grits every damn day? You know what I mean? I mean, just as an example, you know.
But you're right though, because you want to appease somebody.
Right. I'm gonna eat the fish and grits because you made them.
Exactly. And I don't want you to feel like, that. I don't want to be. I'm not appreciative of taking that time that you took the time to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Only problem with that is, and see, this is what I feel what hurts a relationship when a person feels when a person feel like they got they keeping score.
Right.
With, oh, well, I took this and you took this, or I dealt with this and you dealt with that. You see what I'm saying? See, it shouldn't be like that. We shouldn't be keeping score with who hurt who or who took what. That love is a choice. Being in a relationship with someone and loving someone, that's a choice you choose to make. I think a lot of people don't understand that. That's you choose to love this person.
Exactly.
This means that no matter what they do, no matter how that within guidelines, you're gonna love this person. But the problem is, in my opinion, is you do love them, but something about them or something lacking in you blinds you from saying, like, okay, I saw that murder, but I ain't see that murder. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we let the feelings of love, or what we think is love. I should have said what we think is love, because a lot of times a feeling of thinking you love somebody can be stronger than actually loving a motherfucker.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because now you dealing with shit that you like, oh, what's this, what's that? You know what I'm saying? It's so many different dynamics that you can go with that, to where you had to, at the end of the day, you had to be real with yourself and understand what love really means to love.
You know, shout out to the homie Phil. He made a comment. He said, you know, you can be in toxic relationships also with friends.
Truth.
And that's real.
Truth.
You know, a lot of the circumstances that go on in that, like you said, loving someone, it's an action for one.
All day.
And action is a verb.
Hey,
okay? Force times distance. You know what I'm saying? Is kind of how we measure work. It takes work to go that distance in a relationship. You have to be able to ask yourself, do you have enough force within yourself to make it to that distance? And a lot of times, we're all incomplete people. We're all working on ourselves.
True.
We're all going through this self-development. And when you get into a relationship, you're now taking whatever state that you're in, and you're putting it in a position to be shared. So,
but when you do that, sometimes where people mess up is when you come into a relationship with expectations of a person, or looking for happiness from a person. To me, it's easy because you have to be happy with yourself, or be happy with your surroundings, and expect what you expect of yourself. And this, in my opinion,
not to cut you off, but just to catch that point, expectations that you have on them that are greater than what you have of your own self.
Now that could be a way, but that's true. But I'm talking about as far as the expectations of saying, like, okay, you come to a relationship, you say, look, I know I'm not gonna cheat. I know I'm gonna be helpful for this. This is what I expect of you, because this is what I'm doing. Everybody that you mess with is not gonna act like that. True. You have people that cheat on you. You have people that ain't gonna be there for you. So your expectations of them is higher. Now you're hurt because, like, hold on, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. That's what I'm speaking on. I'm saying don't come with them expectations. You got to come in. You have to come in knowing where you stand and what you want. You understand what I'm saying? You had to come in knowing I'm going to be happy regardless if I'm with you or without you. Because if I decide to let you be the reason I'm happy, you're going to always let me down.
But see, that's why I say, when you put expectations on them that are higher than what you have of yourself, if you're basing your happiness, your overall sense of happiness, on the conditions of who you're with, well, then you're not happy enough with yourself to have true happiness.
That's what right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You had to come in happy.
That's like, especially women sometimes that have went through situations. And I can only speak when it comes to relationships in that aspect. Women that have been, we'll say, damaged or or scorned in their past have a habit of, like you said, keeping score. They haven't forgot anything. So they bring that same baggage into a relationship, and they put expectations on you to make sure that what happened to them doesn't happen again. The problem with that is not so much about you not being able to do it, but if something does happen, now you're guilty for the shit that happened back then too. It's like, okay, I got cheated on in the 10th grade, and now you done messed around at 35. See, you just like everybody else. No. This situation is this situation, and that situation is that one. But the point I'm getting to is that when you take your past and you bring it into your present as a tag along and not something that you learn from, you make it harder for yourself to be able to deal with now. You're still living in that.
I think I understand that. I agree with that, but I also think that to add on to that, I think damaged goods come in the form of men and women.
Oh yeah,
But
I mean, I don't know. I don't deal with.
No. You're not understand where I'm going with that.
Shout out to the LMNOP people, but
that ain't.
I don't want y'all to Kevin Hart me.
That ain't what I'm talking about, nigga. What I'm saying is, you yourself can be damaged goods because you and get into a relationship to where you don't understand something that's good. See, toxic relationship ain't always just somebody just always putting you down. It's like, sometimes you being a damaged goods makes the relationship toxic as a man, because men and women both are damaged goods. But the way men react and women react a totally different way. That's what I'm speaking on. I ain't speaking on no gay shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking.
I didn't say you was.
No, you said you can't speak from a man's, but I wasn't even talking about that. I was thinking, I don't know how the hell you got that.
I don't know how toxic.
I don't know what I was talking about.
Hey, that's your problem, Jack.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm speaking on is that we all can be damaged. You know what I'm saying? So being that we all can be damaged, we bring in things, and so I say you have to be happy with yourself. You can't go into a certain expectation because, if you don't trust people because of the relationship you've been in and you hurt, you won't be able to perceive the realness when someone gives it to you because you're not used to that. If you're used to dealing with a woman who is verbally abusive, or you're used to dealing with a situation where you're always arguing, or used to dealing with a situation where it's always a control battle. When you find someone that can actually knows how to be submissive but also knows how to take the lead, you might not know how to deal with that shit. Same way with a woman. When she's damaged, she might harbor anger from another relationship, so she doesn't know how to push the gas and win it back. It go both ways. That's what I'm speaking on. So that's why I say, from my initial point is, when I say you have to be happy and not have expectations from other people, is because when you go in there knowing like I'm going to be me and do what I got to do regardless. Now, I want you there for the ride. I would love to see you there for the ride. Hell, I might even work hard to push to advertise you come on along with me. But eventually, I'm going to have to see that you're not there. And that's when I think the toxic shit happens, because sometimes you want someone to be there so bad with you. You want someone to ride with you so bad because you see like this potential in this, and I'm going to be great. No matter what happens, I'm going to be great. You see what I'm saying? That's when I think that's the aspect I'm speaking on.
You have to be able to understand who you are in a relationship and who that person is to you in that relationship. And that comes from, you got to be able to know this person, not just in the aspect of where they make you happy at or where they make you unhappy at. You have to understand the nature of your relationship. You have to understand the dynamic that makes y'all good great. So in order to do that, you definitely, for one, have to be able to know who you are. You have to be real with yourself about your strengths and your weaknesses, so that when you go to find a mate, you can see what compatibility is. See, everybody talks about love. Let's keep it 100 right quick. Let's even say, for those of y'all that attach your spirituality and your religious foundation into your relationships, the Bible doesn't say anything about love in relationships. It speaks more about compatibility, evenly yoked, as it says. That's the key to a successful relationship, romantic. You know what I mean? You have to be able to complement each other's strengths and cover each other's weaknesses. So
you don't think love got to be there?
love grows. You know, for one, I mean, to me, that's just my philosophical thing. I think love grows, but you can have love.
But if you're compatible, say we compatible, say we compatible and all we even and all that shit, and that love gotta grow. I mean, what the love? It gotta be something there because see, you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking like that's what I'm at.
Most people don't start out a relationship in love; they start out a relationship in attraction. Okay, love is fostered and built out of that connection.
But people love each other and don't be compatible.
Exactly right.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying about. So just because you're compatible, don't mean y'all gonna have love.
Yeah, because you have love, that's gonna mean y'all gonna make it.
I mean, we that's why we say what the fuck we say now.
We agreeing. We're just speaking from two different sides of it.
Yeah, I guess, but no, we're not. I don't think so. Because I just think that because to say there ain't no.
I didn't say you shouldn't have love in a relationship. That's not.
No. You said in the Bible it's saying it ain't no love. It's the compatibility. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think I don't know. But anyway, that's something else. Point is, y'all, you gotta make sure you don't get caught up in your feelings and forget who you are. You gotta remember that you just start playing a relationship. And you gotta remember like y'all a team. Mm. You have to find somebody that's willing to love you for your faults, love you for your ups, your downs. And like I said, it's hard sometimes because in my opinion, even from personal experience, I've loved the wrong people at times. You know what I'm saying? I've loved someone I like, man, damn, I already fooled you and I'm you the one I want. But your mind gets altered because that's not where they at. You see what I'm saying? And so when you become I was at fault because now I'm trying to push this person to be something for me that they not ready to be. So I'm equally as responsible for this shit because now some of my anger and some of the shit, the way I'm coming at you, I'm getting mad at you for somewhere you're not willing to step into. And if you're not willing to step into it, and I'm saying push you, you're not taking my advice and my words as encouragement and my words as in, hey, let's better us. You taking those words as I'm putting you down. You taking those words as that I'm trying to belittle your thoughts. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, well, damn, motherfucker, if you stepped over here, we'll get there a lot faster and make more money. You thinking I'm trying to tell you what to do. No, I'm saying, look, motherfucker, I love you and I'm trying to win and I want you to win with me. I don't care who make the shot.
Yeah,
I just want to hoist the championship trophy. You know what I'm saying? So,
but see that's why I say love is not the X factor.
But love is the reason why you put it with dumb shit.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that a lot of us we put it in a lot of people that go through toxic relationships where you can love someone that ain't no good for you
all the time.
Now, loving them is not the hard part. That's why I say that's not the X factor. The X factor is compatibility because compatibility is what allows you to be able to fix or repair the toxicity that's in the relationship. Because we all loved and probably still love or got love or had love for someone that we know didn't mean anything good for us. But by being able to understand each other and remember that you have to be present in a relationship is what puts love where it needs to be and puts understanding where it ought to be. You see what I'm saying? So
let me ask you this then. If you're saying loving the wrong person, you're saying with compatibility, if I'm hearing you correctly, you said with compatibility, that's what makes you basically get to the iron out the bullshit.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is but if you loving the wrong person, and you that's what I'm saying, I feel you get blinded, so you're not going to be able to know that, because the love had to come from somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Now,
that's why you should look for compatibility first.
But I'm saying, but I don't think even with compatibility, that don't mean the love gonna be strong. Because I'm saying, just because you compatible with somebody, you might be able to talk to somebody. They might know you in and out. But because it's certain thing about they don't turn you on or they don't have that certain thing that another person might have, and that person got that and they ain't no good for your ass. You see what I'm saying? So you compatible in a way, but I just think it's little factors that kind of veer you off the path, man. You know what I mean? And then when you love somebody, or you think you love somebody, or you got a strong feeling for somebody because something you lacking how it is, you get to weaving and getting all over the place with it.
I didn't catch the name, but she said
Selena, that's the homie.
Okay.
You ever scrolled it down?
She said you have to find someone that has the same interpretation of love.
Truth.
You know, what is love to me may not be love to you.
Truth.
It's not a concrete idea. So it's like great minds thinking alike would be more beneficial when it comes to love. Now, to me, I read that also as saying a form of compatibility. But I agree. One person's experience of love versus another may be two different languages. Like,
because of what they see and what they've been through.
they got a book. They got a book that's called Love Languages.
Yes, they do.
And some people communicate and express their love in different levels. Like, some people look for affection, or they look for gifts. Some people look for actions or gestures. You see what I'm saying? Some people give other than what they look to receive. Some people want affection but show love through gifts or show love through actions. So you have to be able to understand that in order to realize when you're on the same wavelength. Because a lot of times, like you were saying, this situation where you may be so focused on what part of the relationship is not benefiting you that you don't see why it's not connected. It don't necessarily mean that y'all don't work. It don't necessarily mean that y'all can't work. But if you can't see the play, you know what I'm saying, because you look at the fact I ain't got the ball, you know what I'm saying, then you could lose a lot. I mean,
hey, you turn the ball over. Now
Yeah.
you turn the ball over, or you didn't make your block. They could have got. That's what I'm saying. It's a team game. You know what I mean?
Right.
But even what's so crazy is you got even people that's in toxic relationship. They feel like they team players. That's what I'm saying. They and to a sense they are. They're just a team that's going through turmoil at the time.
So let's.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So even with, and I'm not saying this to say that all relationships that start out toxic can't be fixed, because they can. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, are those parties willing to see and understand the parts that they need to fix in order for us to get this touchdown? You see what I'm saying? Because if you're not,
what's going on, Courtney?
he's over here traveling right. Turn the ball up, Courtney, right. You know what I'm saying? So when you sit there worrying about, that's what I'm saying. So we got to look at a factor of can we really make this work, or are we wasting our time? You see what I'm saying? And the thing is, sometimes you feel like, well, I ain't gonna let this go because I done put all these years into this, and ain't nobody gonna want me. Or sometimes you be like, look, I done put all this work in, and this is what it is. And it ain't always that. You know what I mean? And if it's gonna be that, like I said, you have to find a ways to iron out certain difficulties, man. Because nothing good comes of continuous arguing. Nothing good comes from continuous.
Thank you, Janelle.
Just back and forth foolishness. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I look at it like we have to be. We got to pay attention to what we see in our mate, and we got to understand that love is one thing, but you got to understand when you're trying to find happiness in somebody, you put a person on a certain pedestal, and you say that this is what you have to be. In my opinion, you setting yourself up to fall. You have to come in knowing like this is what I'm trying to do, this is what I'm trying to accomplish, and like Selena said, you got to find someone that actually agrees with the same goals. It's like, you know what, I'm like that too. Right. I feel like, but the love does evolve, so I can understand what you're saying on that. But my thing is, if all of those ain't in play, you know what I'm saying? I guess it gets a little difficult, and then and sometimes some of them can be in play. Like if sometimes love is strong enough to conquer all, and then sometimes it's not.
Here's what people forget, especially these youngins out here.
Nobody wants to compromise. Truth.
Ain't nothing easy.
If it was, everybody do it. That's what the coach said.
Even the best relationship you've ever had, in order to sustain it,
right,
it's gonna take work,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It might have been sparks, fireworks, toes curling, tingling, whatever the hell upon first sight. But all that is the passion that fuels the relationship. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get high off the octane that's running the car. Okay, this shit take 93. Oh, I ain't gotta run this motherfucker on 89 no more. This where it's up. This is my speed. Okay, but you still gotta control the wheel. You still gotta be able to know when to brake on the turns.
You still gotta get an oil change.
You still gotta get an oil change. Because the difference is in relationships like that, you have an equal level of high and an equal level of low. It can go from being sugar to shit like that.
You better say it.
So nothing is easy.
No.
I think a lot of people.
That's why I say love is a choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice.
It's an action.
You have to wake up. You know,
yeah.
I mean, saying, but it's like you have to choose to say, you know what, this is what it is. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you really, you have to find, and you have to find that person that also says, hey, this is what it is. You see what I'm saying? And when you find that, I feel like you look past all the superficial bullshit. Oh, when I met her, she was a size 6. Now, 30 years later, she was 14. She ain't this. Well, hold on, brother. Now you
like shit. You had a 6-pack when she met you.
That's what I'm saying. Now you got a Dunlap disease. You know what I'm saying? You know, or you might have kept your body in shape, but you forget shit a lot. Or there's certain things you do because looks ain't everything. You might be the best looking joker. You might be best with good flawless skin. Thank you, Alice. But you know what I'm saying. But I got to thank my mama. You know what I'm saying. But that don't mean what about your inside? What you know what I'm saying. So all of that got to come into play.
Right. You
know what I'm saying. So it's a lot of things. I just feel like we got to stop. We've been through so much, and we harbor so much pain from previous relationships and previous situations happening. Even like when Phil said, from even friendships and stuff. You expect a friend to be a certain way. Like, you know, you do things, you don't do it wanting it back, but you expect your friend, like, if I need you, brother, I need you. You see what I'm saying? And then when people don't reciprocate things the way you feel they should, all of us feel a certain type of way at times. But the thing is, I love the quote that Bob Marley had.
That was just ran through my head.
You know what I'm saying?
Now,
when
man.
he was saying,
that's funny. He
was saying, you got to find everybody's going to hurt you. You just got to find. I'm paraphrasing it. He said, everybody you know is going to hurt you. You just got to find the person worth suffering for. And to me, no true word can be spoken because that's real.
I say love is the ability to put up with another person's shit. And
at times when you don't want to put it with their shit.
You know, nobody is perfect.
Right.
And no one is mistake free.
Period.
In a relationship.
At all.
Because we're human. You know what I mean? We're given to bad days. We're given to selfish moments. Right. We're given to hurt feelings.
Right.
And all of that.
Right.
The thing is that when you're involved in a relationship, what makes a relationship, especially a romantic one, what makes it more dynamic is that they're in the trenches with you.
Right.
So they become the muse in which you paint all of your emotional and personal shit onto.
Because that's supposed to be your true teammate.
You know what I mean? They see you when you sleeping and farting in your sleep and shit, and hear you snoring and smell your breath first
dirty
thing in the
drawers
morning.
And all, Jack.
They right there. So you have to respect that because that's a job that everyone doesn't sign up for.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got a lot of people who will permanently live situationships, as I call them, because they have parts of their compatibility or their personality that says, I'm not willing to subject myself to having to deal with all the parts that make you every day. You see what I'm saying? And, shout out to some of those people. It might be some of y'all watching. I can't judge. All I can say is happiness has to be true. But the thing is, I guess what we want to look at is what makes a person continue to endure when they realize, okay, this shit's all bad. Situation is unfixable or it's unresolved. There's certain things that we all have found motivation or determining factors as to why we'll stand in the fire even when we know
we're getting the shit burnt out of it.
There's nothing to get out of it. Sometimes it may be our children, and a lot of times it is.
It is.
I think with a lot of people, it's either their children or their financial situation or the history that the equity that they've put into the relationship. And sometimes I think we expect, they've been my ride or die for 10 years or whatever.
But the only motherfucker been riding and dying is you.
And they expect, they owe me to turn it around. Or they owe me
and that's the wrong way
and
to
that's
think.
the wrong way to look.
the wrong way to think.
That's
what I'm saying about the change. When you get to thinking that someone is bad, listen, man, let me tell you something, man. You can't trust yourself to do the right thing all the time. So how you gonna trust somebody else to do the right thing?
Right.
And it's just what it is. And I'm not saying to say not to trust people. I'm not saying it like that. But the fact of the matter is this. A person is not going to change the way they move until they feel like it's uncomfortable. They don't give a shit if you uncomfortable because they'll give you a million sorries as long as that shit'll get you to shut the fuck up. You see what I'm saying? So you have to understand, and you have to be cognizant of what they saying. You know
That's
what I'm
right,
saying?
Courtney.
And like that, right? Exactly what we were saying earlier. When you change, you have to work on it every day. If I say that I care about you, or someone tells you that they care about you, but yet they constantly doing the same exact thing, and I mean, it just gets weirder and weirder. And you're like, damn man, you really ain't paying attention that you doing this. And then, or the first thing you taught them, first thing they do is get mad every time you say something to them. Like, how you mad at me for telling you that I don't like what you did to me?
Shit.
How you and then but if I did the same exact shit to you, you be sitting there calling a bloody mirror. And it's always funny to me. It seems like the person. This is how I see it in the relationships that be fucked up and toxic. To me, it seems like the person who's always committed the first foul is always the one that's the biggest bickerer. Is always the one that be on some old real Inspector Caruso shit. Like, I cheated, but what are you doing over there? Nigga, I'm talking to your mom. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm serious though. The people who do stuff weird is the ones that be the main ones on your back. And this is what but it's like I'm saying. And to pick up what you're saying, when you say the equity you put into it and the time you put into it, you have to figure out when to say is, you know what? It's time to break from the lease. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes you know what I'm saying, I'm just gonna take the penalty. You know what I'm saying? Because it's no price tag on happiness. You know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer, if you're looking for happiness in a person, you are squarely and sadly mistaken, because they're going to let you
for
down,
love in
man.
the wrong place.
They're going to, you know what I'm saying? You have to understand that, like, it's what I don't say this to say that you should be just like it's all about me and the way I feel is dominant, because that's not what I'm saying. But you got to realize how you feel does matter, especially when they're not taking it into consideration.
I think a good exercise in relationships, and the reason why I'm going to say this is because when you have those situations where they do something that doesn't make you happy, and let's say, okay, you go to tell them about it and they don't care, they ain't trying to, like you said, apologizing.
And get mad.
Well, the thing
violently
is,
mad.
You have to be in a situation to where your happiness makes them happier and their happiness makes you happier. So it has to be an exercise, a practice of selflessness.
Yep.
And it's an active thing.
But isn't that what's in a relationship, Bill?
Right.
Selflessness.
I seen a picture.
You have to have that.
I seen a picture that it said, it's where each one of you take each other's heart and put it in the other's hand and say, okay, I'm gonna need you to take care of that while it's in your possession.
Don't fuck this up.
You know what I mean? but see, even that whole "don't fuck this up" thing, that comes from look. I done had motherfuckers step on this bitch. I found it in the trash can one day, and I didn't know what to do with myself, and I swore to God, the next motherfucker that did it, I was gonna cut their throat.
It used to be this big. When I'm giving it to you, that mug like this. Now listen here, but I ain't got nothing left.
But this is my thing, especially with my sisters out here, man. Because y'all are a lot more in tune with your emotions, you're the ones that I see most often with the mind frame of the next motherfucker fuck this up, I'm gonna cut his shit off, I'm gonna Lorena Bobbitt his ass, and yada 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 yada. If you're still feeling like that going into a relationship, you're not ready for a relationship, because once again, you putting an expectation on somebody that has already proven that it's not possible to fulfill.
So you basically telling me if I make a mistake, you lose your action?
Hey, they done did it, yo. They done did it. They done did it.
You ain't picked me up at 8:30.
I seen
it with someone else.
You know what I mean?
I'm cutting it off. That's terrible.
Especially,
hope I don't attract her ever.
Man, but you have to be ready to be involved in a relationship and say, okay, good, bad, or ugly.
You better say it.
I'm willing to get down in the trenches for myself. Not to see if this person is the one. Not just because I'm tired of sitting at home on the weekends. You have to be saying that, okay, I'm ready to experience more. in a relationship. And a lot of times, man, you know, I've never totally understood this. Let's go back to your puzzle comment before. I've never understood how a person goes, well, 9 out of 10 men done dogged me, so now I'm going to try women. That wasn't your reason. That's not, you know, that's, I don't understand that, you know, because no matter what relationship you in, the same thing that happens with people happens in all of them. So I'm just saying that
toxic is toxic.
Exactly.
Toxic is toxic. You gotta have your bullshit beams on.
You gotta be willing to say, I'm strong enough to deal with bullshit.
Said, if you,
yo, man, I'm just saying, man. I mean, you know, a lot of people don't understand or aren't ready for the work, and that's why you don't have as many. I mean, you have marriages, but most people would rather be content in relationships than marriages, because marriages says, okay, I can't walk off the job because I had a bad day at work.
But I don't agree with that. Yes, they do. Yes, they do it all the time.
Well, it takes a little bit more to walk off.
You got
to go down and sign them papers.
No. That's a total difference. The walking off is when you be sitting there cheating and going behind and not being there. You still can be in a toxic relationship and be married. It's
that's not what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying when you say they content with a relationship or instead of a marriage, I'm saying I don't agree with that, because I'm saying no matter what you in, that shit can be toxic. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, and so people go outside or people do anything because they done fell in the pattern like we were saying earlier. You saying this is what it's supposed to be. So now you marry into something or you keep going into something that really ain't helping neither one of y'all. And at the end of the day, only that happen is everybody getting ulcers. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I just felt like you had to come in here knowing what you want. You had to understand that a toxic relationship can be healthy, and it's hard to see at times. But when you see it, you have to learn how to break away, and you have to be able to have the courage. The main thing you have to have in a relationship that's not working, this is one of the main things you have to have, in my opinion. You have to have the courage to walk away. You have to have the courage to say, you know what, I'm about to miss the hell out of you. But I'm going to have to accept that. The thing is, I don't think people want to go through the certain pain and the certain thing they would feel from losing a person, because they're like, I don't want to lose that, because you want something. You want to be a part of it. Like I said, I've been guilty of that. I'm not ready to lose you yet. You see what I'm saying? But see, I'm saying I'm not ready to lose you, but they never had me.
And you ain't,
see what I'm saying?
Yourself.
So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I mean, I'm not saying you per se.
No, I know what you're saying.
I'm saying a lot of times when you're more focused on losing that person than actually finding a new part of yourself. You know, a lot of people go in relationships, and as soon as that relationship is over with, they go find another one. They get out of that relationship, they go find another one. You ain't never sat down and did the mirror work. You ain't never did 6 months, a year, 2 years, hell, 5 years, hanging by yourself, getting back to knowing you, and learning to love you more than any relationship you could ever be in.
If I gotta hang fires by myself, I'm fucked.
I mean, you get what I'm saying. I ain't saying celibate. I'm just saying, not committed in a relationship.
But if you sitting there and you get your pokey on, you still them still relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Man, well, them situations.
You know what I'm saying? But
those are situations.
But every situation, when you in there shucking and jiving with the action, I'm saying when you in there shucking and jiving with the action, some feelings gonna get caught. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Maybe.
You know, now a lot of times it is. One of them parties gonna catch some feelings, man. Mm-hmm. Now what goes with the feelings is another ballgame. But one of the parties gonna tell, and that's what breeds from the toxic relationship. Like
that's when you go, look, you did not read the user agreement.
You
didn't read the user agreement at the end.
They did. They just hit the delete button on that. Like, no, this out the window, Jack.
But see,
but that's what comes from expecting things and wanting things from others and not knowing you and not trying and not having your thing, because you look past the obvious signs of what this is. We both know what this is.
You drove past the red lights.
Doggone right. And
you ran through the red lights.
And you wonder why the back end got clipped. You know what I'm saying?
Man. You know, that's real spit, man. I think at the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, you have to understand yourself. And you have to value yourself. And you have to be hard set on standards of what you will deal with and what you won't. And I think that if two people are mature enough in a relationship to be able to say, okay, these are the terms of the relationship. When we violate these, we are in breach of contract.
Yeah, breach of contract.
And now we're in arbitration, as they say.
And what penalties will be provided?
You see what I'm saying? I think when you have that, it makes it easier. No relationship is perfect. No relationship is a bowl of cherries. I'm just saying that usually when you get to a toxic point, somewhere, someone quit reading the end user agreements in this manual.
He said they went to the default settings.
Somebody
they
quit reading.
They went to the default settings and made them user settings.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna change the configurations on this shit. And
I'm gonna make my jump shot a little bit more better than yours.
You know what I'm saying? Coach said I get the ball three quarters a game.
Oh man,
you know,
dog, everything.
I'm gonna shoot it the other.
But you know what's great? When it happened, then everything get haywire, and now everything's out of sync.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
and speaking out of sync, you was talking about something earlier that you felt was a little out of sync with how the way we about to switch gears on y'all. Well, what you feel a little out of sync with certain things that parents say towards their kids?
All right,
you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
So I'm gonna ask y'all.
Hold on, I said, Miss Lori, what's up with you? Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna ask y'all.
Well, not teacher, but lady.
Do you think it's, a lot of people tell their children the Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny, is there any more? Is that all of them?
Boogeyman.
Okay, Boogeyman. We teach our children these fairy tales, and some people have serious issue about it. Like, okay, I want my kids believing in Santa Claus until whenever. Or don't tell them they ain't a Santa Claus, or don't tell them they ain't a Tooth Fairy. I just wanted to get y'all take. Why do we teach our children at an early age lies? A lot of times, my viewpoint is I give my children the truth as soon as I see they're able to comprehend. And that's usually earlier than most people. Because we have enough lies that we have to, enough misconceptions and deceptions that we have to peel back in life. For one, I'll even say in some ways, man, it's the same thing that puts people in toxic relationships. When you believe the lie that this shit's gonna work, you've been conditioned already at an early age to listen to someone that you love tell you a lie. And then you grow up and you listen to someone else that you love show you lies, and we accept them. So, me, myself, man, my kids know there ain't no Santa Claus. Or if there is one, it's me. I don't even do Christmas. I do Kwanzaa for similar reasons. But that's just me, myself, man. I'm not giving the credit to some old fat dude when I'm the one working 80 hours a week.
This nigga's a Scrooge.
No, they get what they want.
I'm just talking shit.
You know what I mean?
No, but I mean, I in a sense, I understand what you're saying. Like when we were talking about earlier, I understand where you're coming from in a sense. You know what I mean? Because I usually be picking on my kids and telling them that Santa Claus ain't real. I be messing with them like that. And people like, you shouldn't do it. But to me, it's like this. I think we all gonna end up telling them eventually they ain't real. And some people do it because they do it for what it's intent for. Just because, when you look on TV, when you see the reindeers and you see all the fun stuff, they do it because it's just the end thing for the kids to have a good time and laugh and kick it and have something to look into. They got something to dress up with. They got little parties they can do. They got little gifts they exchange with their friends. I guess it's a seasonal thing they look at it as. And they look at it as something good for the kids. Now we all know, since we've gotten older, that it's a monetary thing. It's just done for them to get money from the public and all the other stuff. So Christmas and the Easters, and we get it. And they have values, But I think it's more so they do it for the kids to have a good time, and they don't look at it as really a lie. They look at it as I'm just joking with you because you're a kid. You know what I'm saying? But I can understand the way you looking at it because you're like, well, damn, well, okay, this ain't true. So, you know, I don't want you to believe that Santa Claus brought these gifts down the chimney because, like I said, you know, we was growing up, we done had chimneys. I always thought Santa came through the back door. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't had chimneys. You see what I'm saying? So
sound like an ATM.
No, for real, I did. You know what I mean? But I figured out early that Santa was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because I found toys in my mom's room. You know what I'm saying? When I was just being bad, and that's okay. But I just don't think. I just think I think it's just done for the parents to just have a good time with their kids and kick it with their kids. You know, that's how I look at it as. You know what I mean? I can understand. Like I said, I tell my kids, like I said, I be messing with like Santa Claus ain't real, and they be like, yes, it is. Like my daughter be like, yes, it is, Daddy. Santa Claus real. You can't say that Santa Claus. And I be like, no, for real. I buy this stuff. Me and your mama do. You know, no, Daddy, Santa Claus real. And we have a banter back and forth, but we had last year. You know what I'm saying? She arguing with me, and it's funny. So I play along with her, but I'm telling her the truth. But I'm letting her believe what she want to believe. I'm letting her have her moment. But you know what I'm saying? But they come, and I understand a lot. But I think that, and I understand maybe I you saying that somewhat we teach them lies at an early age, we the parent. But I think those lies are different. Me saying Santa Claus is real, joking with you, is different from someone saying, "Hey, I love you," and they out here messing with somebody else in a whole nother relationship.
It's
you know
different.
What I'm saying? It's a different dynamic. I think
it's a different dynamic. Selena says she doesn't think it's lies as much as telling any other fairy tale or fable. I see it as something that's fun to do, but I think some observers go overboard. I definitely agree with that.
And that right there sums up what I'm saying. That's the perfect way to put it.
Now, me, myself, maybe I'm a bit of an extremist.
Maybe.
I believe that, and it's just me, you know, I believe that it sets up the stage to be preconditioned to negotiate with falsehood.
Let me ask you a quick question real quick. Not just spot on my one. Now you said you told your kids that Santa Claus went when they was at the age of comprehending. So what, before that age of them comprehending, was they believing that Santa Claus was there?
Nah, I think the first time, I told my son, he was 2, 3.
So at 1.5, he believed in Santa Claus.
At 1.5, I don't even know.
Well, 1.5, I should say.
I don't count that.
Then they're 2 years old. Them kids be knowing what the hell going on.
You know, I mean,
they definitely know them toys got to go back and they say Santa. I know mine did.
I don't think I ever.
You know what
honestly,
that's why I'm saying we say
honestly, I don't think I ever propagated or promoted Santa Claus. I'm just saying at the time that I know that they understood what I was saying. But did they believe you? Because like my daughter, she don't believe. Couldn't help but believe me. I told him I bought them damn toys.
But if his mom said no, Santa Claus is real,
you know what?
You see what I'm saying?
I think I was fortunate because his mother didn't try to undermine
that Santa Claus wasn't real.
Or if I said I bought them damn toys, your dad bought them toys. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I didn't have to go. I didn't have to deal with that. But that was a decision that I made consciously, and I made it early on. You know, just off the principle of life is going to be hard enough trying to understand what reality is. I might as well give you as many uncomfortable truths as I can than leave you comfortable in believing beautiful lies. Now, it ain't just the holiday thing. I mean, you know, there's a lot of, me and my kids, we have a lot of talks about very in-depth things that I'm surprised at their age that they comprehend, grasp at that level. Probably conversations that a lot of people in the mainstream wouldn't have with their kids. But I do that because I don't know how long I'm here. I don't know how many opportunities I have to teach and to share with them. So if the time comes sooner than I expect, they can say, Dad always kept it a buck because he didn't give a fuck. That's just That's just me, man.
They're gonna get grounded. But see, my thing, I understand. I can understand where you come from. I just don't think. I think you're supposed to keep it real with your kid, because I definitely do it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't think there's nothing wrong with letting them experience kid things either. You see what I'm saying? Because to me, Santa Claus and like that, those are kid things. You see what I'm saying? Like, I experienced it. You know what I'm saying? I learned it, and I was like, okay, I wasn't traumatized. Like, oh my God, mom lied to me about it. I was just like, I understood what it was. It was just something for kids, and like I said, it's on the TVs. It's a thing. So I understood. I think most kids nowadays can probably they understand what it is when it's time for them to understand what it is. You know what I mean? Now we rushing it, which I don't think we're wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think, like you said, like she said, as long as you ain't overboard with it and going crazy with it, I don't think there's nothing wrong with letting them be kids. That's just how I look at it.
I mean, you know, I'm not with, you know, I'm not taking
but I'm
my
gonna be
kids.
hating on the kids too.
I ain't taking my kids to the mall and let them sit on some fat strange dude's lap and then tell them what he want. I mean, to me
I had a debate.
That runs down a bad path. I think.
I had a debate with my daughter. She had a it's a picture of her. She was, when I was telling her Santa wasn't real, and she got a picture of my mom's house, and she's sitting on Santa's lap in this picture, right? So I say, so Santa Claus real? I say, so when we go back up here this year, is he gonna look like this? She said, yeah, Daddy. I was like, no, he's not. He's not gonna look like this. So then it was another picture in there of her sister. I was like, so why? And it was a black dude, because it was up at the Urban League. So
that was Atlanta. That was Atlanta.
So I'm like, hey baby, now look, now this Santa black, this Santa orange. So which one's the real Santa? It's like, Daddy, they're both Santa. Santa's real, Daddy. They're both Santa. And so I'm looking like, at that age, it's like, I don't care what the hell I tell this girl. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna believe what
she
they
gonna
want.
believe what she want to believe. So you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I don't have a problem letting her be a kid. But I understand your philosophy of always keeping it real with them, because what you're doing is you teaching her, look, I'm gonna tell you that this is this. So you're gonna always know Daddy said,
right,
hey, that nigga ain't real.
That's that bullshit.
Yeah, we ain't even got a chimney. So that cartoon you just watched, how'd he get here? Would you think I'm about to unlock the back door and we live in the hood so Santa can come in here and drop the toys off?
And that was my thing growing up, man. You know, I stayed up next near April Court when I was a kid, and we lived in them little flats. Ain't no chimney on them joints.
He had a key card.
And I'm like, no, he ain't coming. No, ain't nowhere for him to come through.
But Santa magical, so he's able to go through the vents because he's magical. Because if you fat and go down a skinny chimney, like when you watch the thing, it's always a little dust. So Santa was magical, and he slipped through the vents.
Only time I ever seen a white dude go inside our houses, he was taking something out. Whether it was somebody, something, some utility, some bill. I ain't never seen.
He said cutting something
I ain't
off.
seen the one come in and bring nothing that we wanted. So,
like I said, I'm saying, but you know, like I said, it's kids, man. We talk about kids though.
I know
they're gonna be all right. They're gonna be cool. Man. I think that, like I said, that's a little phase they get over, man. They're gonna be like, man, they crazy. But look, y'all, check this out. As always, man, like we've introduced a new thing to y'all, the wham moment. Wait a minute. That's what it stands for. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
And the wait a minute moment for all the new viewers, we always we do got to get y'all, because a couple of y'all new. The wham moment is something that we look at for the week, and we look at it and we think is either egregious, funny, or a little bit of both.
Or just plain ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? So to this week's wham moment, though, we coming from our man, Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart.
Woo!
He had a little situation where they done went back. The brother was supposed. Now he said he wanted to do the Oscar. He said one of his lifelong things. He said I want to host an Oscar, and he was granted that opportunity to be able to do that. And with this opportunity, people decide to do what people do. In 2018, with the internet and all these trolls,
man,
they decided to go and pull up some stuff about him when he was saying, "Oh man, that was gay." You know how people be like, "Man, that's gay, man." I ain't gonna do it. And it's being that was a term people used to say. You know, they got the commercials now that we understand how that's in sentence, and we get that. We're trying to be respectful, but you know, it was used in a silly way, than being silly. So he
dropped the F-bomb, the other F-bomb.
Yeah, the other F-bomb. He dropped the G-bomb.
You know,
he dropped the G-bomb.
No, he's calling the F-bombs too.
Yeah. I ain't
You
see-
know, yeah, he was trolling.
See, I seen the two. I seen. I ain't see the F. I seen the
Okay.
F. But he saw that, so that's crazy. I seen the two. I seen. He was saying gay. But anyway, you know, people came at him and was like, well, you need to have an apology. You need to say you sorry and stuff. And like we was speaking before, usually when they want to make they want you to give an apology, it has
gotta
to
come
be
kiss
it has
the
to be
ring.
curtailed and tailored to the way they want the apology said. And you know, and Kevin went along saying, you know, well, hold on now, you know, that wasn't. I wasn't doing that to be disrespectful or anything. And he even said it on his Instagram. I think he's like, you know, if you don't believe that people have changed over the time, I'm a different person. You know, I promote nothing but positivity, which he does.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he kind of felt a certain type of way, saying like, why are y'all trying to bring us such and such so negative at a moment in my life where I'm trying to be positive and I'm doing something that I've been always wanted to do, and now all of a sudden y'all trying to bring this big dark cloud all over my happiness. So with that being said, he ended up withdrawing.
Well, there's a whole lot of different dynamics in this.
Oh, all day.
For one, I'm gonna start with the Oscars themselves. All right. When they placed black comics, if you go back historically, whether it was Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy back in the 80s, every time they've done this, it's been at a time when there was a lot of controversy already going on. And these guys were the litmus test. It's like, okay, we're going to see what you do. They put Chris Rock in front of the Oscars back when the subject was the fact that they didn't see enough black faces. And I know people are like, why you bring up color? I'm bringing up color because there's agendas involved. You have the LGBTQ agenda. You have the Me Too movement. You have BLM movement, whatever. Kevin Hart was about to get crowned, as I call it. When you do the Oscars, you've reached the mountaintop. You are officially a part of pop culture. You are at the top of Hollywood's who's who. You are double A list at that point. Everyone that has to do it has to put some skin in the game. This was their opportunity. We went and we dug up something from 10 years ago to either force you to openly denounce or to openly apologize and secretly contribute or donate or sell out some kind of cash as a form of making amends. And that's usually how the game goes in Hollywood.
Paying for it, I'm sorry.
When they came for him, it was, well, we need a public apology. Well, that public apology was probably also going to follow with you shaking hands with whoever their top dude is in the community. And then be followed with you probably doing a commercial denouncing gay bullying and all of that, and then some kind of contribution. So Kevin Hart was put in a tight spot. Now, me personally, I'm not the biggest Kevin Hart fan. That's just me, all right? I came up in a different era of comics. I feel he's a different breed of comic. He's all right. He's not my guy, but he's all right. I ain't got no hate.
Kevin Hart funny as hell.
Yeah, I said, he's all right.
I'm just saying that he's funny as hell.
To each their own. I think that's the beauty of comedy.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But I do think it was fucked up that they came for him that way. And ironically enough, your man Nick Cannon, who I think at one time had some smoke for Kevin, actually came through and came to bat for him. And I do tip my hat on that, to see unity in the community. He went back and dug up Chelsea Handler. Who were the other two? Sarah Silverman, and there was one more. But he pulled up Amy Schumer. Thank you, our technical support guy back here. Yeah, we got a team. Pulled up tons of homophobic rants and tweets that they placed. And no one's headhunting them. So he's changed the narrative of what's going on and said, okay, well, what about them? Y'all gonna drag them? Because what he's also doing is pointing to the same fact that I am, is that Kevin Hart's color and where he came from has a quiet undertone as to why y'all even attacking him. It's the source of your motivations. So I'm curious to see how this play out. Salute to Kevin Hart for sticking to his guns and saying, I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
But I mean, I don't know if we can specifically truly say he'd had to pay some money for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it might go, it might not. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter, even with an apology, because I mean, he did give an apology. He just gave it his way.
He said he already apologized.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I mean, the thing is, he could have still did it. I don't know if he would have had to do all that. I don't know. Can't confirm or deny that. All I'm saying is, there's two ways to look at that. Mm-hmm. It's a way you can respect the fact that he said, you know, I don't want to do. I'm cool. I'm backing out. Or he could have took that shit as a platform to go out there and talk some shit. You know what I'm saying? And as creative as he is, he could have went up there and turned that shit all the way around. Like I'm saying, I mean, like I said, I don't know the ins and outs, so I can't confirm or deny about what you just said, but I do know that in my opinion, there's two ways that could have been done. And them the two ways I feel could have happened like that. Mm-hmm. Because you go up there and you let them know, like, okay, well, I made this apology, but watch this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then do the one thing about it is that's a live show, baby. You see what I'm saying? And it's a platform because he has and I'm speaking from a comedian because I'm doing this right now. December 27th, come check me out. I made it to the finals of Funny Stop too, just so y'all know who's watching it right now.
That's what's up.
Tank with a C will be going up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the thing is, I respect that. I think it could have went either way. I respect him for how he's choosing to do it his way. What's up, cuz? How he choosing to handle it his way. But I think he could have also went up there, like I just said, and be like, hey, look, blase, skipping the third, fuck what you heard. I'm Kevin Hart, bop, 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 bop. Right. You see what I'm saying? And either way, like I said, I respect whichever way you go. And no matter what facet we look at it, this right here gonna always play a factor. That's just life. That's the uncomfortable reality we live in. You know what I'm saying? We used to it. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that I don't know. I don't like how they did it either, because I feel like, come on, man. Like, you know, dude gonna slay the hoes. He gonna do his thing. Right. And then the thing is, like you went back when other people make the same mistakes. Like, we don't hold everybody accountable. We don't hold everybody accountable for the same infragments. You know what I'm saying? I mean, infractions. Excuse me. Infractions.
Different strokes for different.
You know what I'm saying? And it's messed up because a man works so hard to get somewhere, and now the one thing that he wanted to do, the one thing was at the top of his he wanted at the top of his to-do list. No,
his bucket list.
I'm taking my time. One of his top of his to-do. I'm talking about people. Top of the do list is now he like second guessing it, or should I say don't want to do it. So how does that kind of make you feel? I done did this is one of the things I want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's just, to me it's a mess of timing, and that's why it's a wham moment, because it's like, wait a minute,
you know,
I'm tripping.
And you know, real quick, you know, you also got to factor in the fact that he had already been put on trial when he was cheating on his wife, and I think that experience definitely impacts how he views the love-hate relationship of the media. So it's kind of like a case of once bitten, twice shy. I know what y'all put me through when I wasn't y'all hero anymore, and I'm not going to subject myself to tucking my tail again. You know, and I got to respect that principle. He's like, you know what? Fine, I don't want it. You know, so be it. I feel him. I'm sure. You know, as an artist and as a comedian, in his personal spirit, he definitely regrets that he got to miss that opportunity. But he made a tough decision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the decision ain't easy, man.
You know,
that is true.
I feel it.
You know, like I respect it either way. I'd have liked to have seen it go up there and just tear their ass up just for trying to send me through this. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Hey, man, it's our time for the day, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? But we appreciate y'all coming to check us out, man. Once again, man, I'll be up there again this Wednesday at the Funny Stop, kicking my due. You know what I mean? I've been blessed to be able to make it to one of the finals.
Come out to the Funny Stop.
December 27th, I've been blessed to get that. So I'm gonna try to make sure I slay that. You know what I mean? Well, ain't no try. I'm going to slay that.
Gonna do what it do.
You know what I'm saying? Conville comedy in effect. The Ville is in effect. We are in effect. If y'all ain't went over, switched over to my page, Tank with a C. My friends, follow that page, man. Get on there, get the likes up there, man. We trying to get this going. We trying to make this movement, man. Be on the lookout for it, because we got the three of us got something to brew it. And
Yes,
it's comes
sir.
to, so just be on the lookout for what we doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Just be on the lookout for what we doing, man. Cause kicking with that the YouTube and all the other shit, man, that they need to know, man.
Make sure you check out our YouTube channel, our YouTube, The Conscious Village. You will also be getting mysterious friend requests from Conscious Village Inc.
Look for it.
Keep looking for that.
Like it.
Go ahead and add it.
Yes.
It's going to become our official business page.
We're gonna start
our fan
broadcasting
site.
from there, y'all.
So we're going to start streaming from there. So I want to get everybody
Right.
who's been watching
Right.
to come on board. So when you start seeing friend requests from Conscious Village, Consciousville,
Accept.
don't
Accept.
block.
Don't block. Hey,
It's us.
Megan Phillips, man, that's a tsunami, man. Shout out to her,
Okay.
man. She was just in Toledo. I seen her post, man. She doing her thing too, man. Keep it funny, girl. Do what you do, man. You know what I mean? Like I say, man.
Malik, don't be like that.
The comedy movement. The comedy movement, man. Akron's comedy movement, man. There's some funny jokers here, man. And I think I'm one of them.
No doubt. Funny guy here.
You know
I know
what
it in real life.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, y'all know how we close. Y'all know how I say, man, everybody love everybody, man. We'll see y'all in a minute.
Peace.
Cuz I see you in a minute. Just shit talking ass. Love you, boy.